Hey, it's Liam Killen, and this video is sponsored by DistroKid. There's been more and more of you inquiring about how I release my music to stores, so stores being platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal. There's like 100 more, and it's been perfect timing because DistroKid, the distributor that I use, reached out for a sponsorship. And so in this video, I'm going to be getting inside DistroKid, giving you like a step-by-step method of how to release your music. But before getting into that, I just want to let you guys know why I went with DistroKid. There's a few benefits that they offer that just made it clear to me. So we'll start with the basics. Firstly, they release your music to all the current and up-and-coming platforms. Like I mentioned before, there's literally over 100 platforms, and DistroKid keeps track of all of this. A great example actually is TikTok, which I've been posting on incessantly recently. I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure all you guys know what TikTok is by now. But for those of you who don't, it's another social media platform that's kind of similar to Instagram. So you just have a bunch of people uploading content. The difference though is that you could only upload video, and one of the biggest features is that you could sync music to your videos within the platform. So obviously that means that like the radio pop hits, they're the ones that are trending, but there's also a bunch of like underground music that trends as well. And I mean random, like sometimes it's completely unknown artists, and so that attention gets transferred to other platforms like maybe Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. It's just another way for people to find and listen to your music. And literally anyone could blow up on TikTok. Okay, so that's relevant, but let's get back to DistroKid now. I chose DistroKid because I felt like I was being taken care of. All you have to do is upload your music and they take care of the rest. Another big selling point is that they don't take any percentage from your streams. They don't take any money from streams at all. They just deliver 100% of that money to you. I've uploaded a few tracks in the past, and literally within 2 or 3 days, they were available to the public, which is really useful in this day and age. As creators, we're living in a time where releasing a lot of content quickly is really important. And so with DistroKid, that's always an option. Also, some of the tracks that I've previously released have made it onto major Spotify playlists. And it's important to say that I have not paid a dime for any sort of promotion for Spotify or for any music platform. So thank you, DistroKid, for helping me on that one. So it's $19.99 a year to get started on releasing unlimited music to the public. I'm actually curious, $19.99 if you break that down. So $19.99 divided by 365. So that's 0.5 cents a day. So all this being said, if you're planning on signing up, there's one thing you gotta do. They hooked us up here. Both of us. You get a 7% discount on your first year if you use the link in the description. I'm giving you this link because I also get a small commission from your purchase as well, which really helps me out and helps this channel grow. If you have any further questions about this, you could always let me know in the comments below, or you could just contact DistroKid directly. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you the inside look of how to upload your music on DistroKid. I'm ready to release my Curious EP. So here we have the upload page. The first thing we see is all the stores that we're gonna be uploading to: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. It's awesome how TikTok is number 4 on this list. It's really gotten popular. We got some other cool ones too. We got Napster. Not sure if you guys remember Napster. It still exists. Then we have KKBox here, which is pretty much unknown in North America, but I got a random paycheck from them recently. I wonder where they're based. Okay, they're based in Taiwan. So that's a perfect example of DistroKid keeping track of everything. I would never have known to upload my music to KKBox, but they did it for me. And then lastly, we have MediaNet and 150 plus smaller outlets. That's insane. It makes a difference, it really does. So obviously Spotify is dominating everything, but all these little platforms, they add up, and your music might play somewhere that you're not even aware of, and you can make money from that. Happened to me. Okay, so then from there we have number of songs, so 4 songs, previously released, no artist name, so this is all pretty straightforward. And then if you wanna let people pre-order your music before it's actually released, there's an option to do that. I selected no for that. Record label? No. After that you have album cover, so this is my sweet album cover here. Album title. This is all straightforward as well. Then of course you choose the language of your music. So in my case, there's no lyrics, but I'm choosing English. After that is the genre of your music. Cool, electronic. Next is the actual uploading of your track. So you have the track title, the actual WAV file that you upload here. After that you have all the legal stuff. So who the songwriter was. If there's more than one songwriter, you could add that. Another important thing here is the preview clip start time, so you could actually choose when you want the clip to start from. So let's say your music is available on TikTok, it'll automatically choose a 15-second segment, so you could choose when that segment starts. So that's pretty important. And that's about it for this track. I basically did the same thing for all the other tracks on this EP. So now we're at the bottom of the page here, And this is the last part before clicking done. Releasing it to the world. Such a good feeling. Here we have extras. I always check the first box because it just makes it a lot easier for people to share your music on Instagram stories or Facebook or anything like that. Also, it's free, so you have nothing to lose. The second one is store maximizer. So if there's any new relevant platforms that pop up, DistroKid will keep track of that and will add your songs to those platforms if you check this box. The third box I think is really important to always check, because if someone hears your song and wants to know what it is, it's really important for them to whip out their iPhones, hold it up and be like, oh, that's Liam Killen's song. Cool. New fan. And the fourth box is leave a legacy. So for 50 bucks, you could have your track stay on DistroKid forever. So that means if your credit card is declined or if you cancel your membership or anything like that, your track will still be on all stores on DistroKid
forever.
And then you have the important checkboxes, and this is all legal stuff. So just make sure you're uploading your own music. Don't rip anybody off. What can I say? And then you're done. All right, here we go.
Yay!
Okay, so now that that's done, there's one last thing I wanted to mention, and this might be a game changer for some of you. So I've done this in the past where I've done like a cover of a track that already exists, which, ready? This is gonna blow your mind. It costs an extra $12 a year. Let's say you cover the track Every Breath You Take by Sting and the Police, and it blows up on Spotify, so that's great. One thing to take note of is that the artist will take, I don't have the exact number, but around 10% of that streaming income. That number might be slightly off by like 1% or something, but yeah, it's around 10% of the overall income. Still sounds like a win to me. And that about covers what I wanted to say here. Hopefully this gave you some solid insight on DistroKid and music distribution in general. Most of my content is more in the creative zone, but I wanted to take this chance to explain a different side of the music industry, and a pretty important one too. You know the deal, hit that subscribe button if you're into this sort of content, leave a comment, maybe a like. One last reminder to use that link in the description to get a 7% discount on your first year. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.